Welcome back to Chaosvash's live gameplay. Now we are playing Stories, The Path of Destinies, episode 25. So let's get started, shall we? Oh yeah, I don't know what happened. My laptop
Every
just
child
automatically
could sing verses
shut
about the
off, and
Sky
the next thing you
River,
know, everything just
but
kind of
ancient
like
codices held hints of
went
other
all haywire,
things.
you know.
A
So I
stone that ate
apologize for that.
souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis stone? Long hidden in a buried temple, another ancient item that was only resurfacing now, drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals. This was the craziest weapon he'd ever used. Or not. Ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late. He didn't even need to aim it. Wait, what? How was he outside? Hadn't he taken an elevator into the depths of the earth? wants to die first? Fresh socks, thought Renato. Please be fresh socks. The Raiders, at least, could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with Tomb Raiders.
Tomb Raiders, get it? I need to play that damn game too. Still haven't even played the damn first one yet. Second one and the damn third one's coming out this year. Big goddamn games. Ugh. So many games, not enough damn time.
Renato could feel the burn. It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up. Who said that? It was the stone. Eager, thirsty. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and he had a sneaking suspicion the gem would try to control him. Why not capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. "What's the core?" said the stone anxiously. But even though Renato knew how evil the gem was, he had a clever plan for dealing with it.
Find the gem, find Zenobia, kill Zenobia, meet the console. Find the gem, find the core, meet the scientist, meet the console. That part. Find the gem, find the core, attack the outpost, meet Zenobia. Find the gem, find the core, attack the outpost, meet the console.
Why was he listed? As he placed the impossibly black crystal in his gauntlet, Renato had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below a black sun. Was it the time of the lost gods, before the transcendent emperor? Was it the future? Feed souls, it whispered. Take the power. He could feel the stone's hunger for souls. Its thirst for blood. All right, I get it. This was going to be interesting. On Zenobia's island were no match for Reynardo. They screamed as the stones sucked out their souls. And with each death, he felt stronger. Take the power, the stone told him.
Oh, I know, that's... yeah, I know.
Reynardo suddenly wished he had a marshmallow. He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he? He didn't even need to see the gobblers this time. He could smell seared flesh. And like every other predator, they only eat their meat cooked. Preferably alive. Hey, why don't you guys fight in groups? Oh, I know. Because there's no I in team. Zenobia was waiting for Reynardo. She was alone, confident as always. Fire danced at the tips of her claws.
Are you here to surrender?
She seemed as cocksure as he felt. But she didn't know he had the stone. And I've missed you too, love. He chuckled. She spotted the stone and bolted without another word.
Oh, no, sure. I think I have, hold on. I gotta check it because I can't really remember. I have, 89 platinums, if you can hear me. Yep, 89.
Finally, Reynardo caught up to her. He had never seen her scared before. At school, she'd been the determined, brave one. Now her eyes were wide, frightened.
Yeah.
He didn't like seeing her this way. Kill her, whispered the stone. You cannot win your rebellion without it. Please. No, said Zenobia. Not that way. Oh, they had been so close once. Could he really feed her soul to his demonic gem? But if he spared her, he would not get the full power of the stone. Oh, how could he be the hero he wanted to be? Reynardo hesitated. Zenobia was his greatest enemy. She was the Emperor's daughter and his greatest general, and the single person Reynardo least wanted to remove from this world. Especially that way. She was holding her arms out before her, hands fluttering, fending him off with hopeless urgency. Nope. She was weaving a spell. He couldn't move. "This thing is evil," she said. She slid the Iblistone out of its slot in his gauntlet and slipped it into a bag. "Maybe we can learn from it." She eyed him with a strange, wry, apologetic look. "I missed you too." And before he could move again, she was gone. Learn from the Iblistone? What did that mean? Would she take it to the palace or to the observatory on the Nexus? If she thought it was evil, she wouldn't want it in the palace. And, after all, it was evil, wasn't it? Maybe I can outrace her to the observatory, thought Reynardo. Cats can run faster, but foxes can run longer. Reynardo felt a little sick. Ever since Zenobia had taken the stone from him, he'd felt an ache that wouldn't go away. He missed it. He wanted it back. He needed it back. Why hadn't he killed her when he had the chance? She was the enemy. He hadn't even seen her in 14 years. Why had he hesitated? "You're a sucker for an empowered woman." Reynardo kicked himself. "Don't make that mistake again." Zenobia thought the stone was evil. Was it? Well, yes, but he still longed to have it back. He'd felt so good killing ravens with it, and yet he'd felt unclean ever since he'd touched it. She confused him. She'd made him want to be a better fox, and then she'd abandoned him, never telling him she was the Emperor's daughter, never contacting him since. Well, who was she to tell him the stone was evil? And while he was trying to recover the stone Zenobia had taken from him, the Imperial fleet was tightening its grip. He might fail to save the rebellion, and it would all be her fault. Reynardo felt a burst of outrage. Not only had she stolen his gem, she'd also stolen his scientists. Sure, they were neutral, but they had helped him discover what the Emperor was up to. They were supposed to be helping me, Reynardo thought. So unfair. Magical energy balls, immune to the laws of gravity. If he ever had a castle, he was going to hide his stuff better. The scientist toads were pointing arcane instruments at the stone and looking at it through prisms and reflections.
Mine, said Renato as he took back the stone.
We need it for science, croaked the toads. So he killed them. He felt better immediately. Smarter, too. Unfortunately, never come for me, whispered the stone. Then, a far speaker toad croaked in something like Zenobia's voice.
Renato, leave the stone with the toads. It will swallow your soul. You will kill everyone you love.
That did seem vaguely familiar. But Renato had an army to lead, an empire to bring down.
I know you can fight this thing.
Zenobia continued in the far speaker's croak.
You let me live. You know how evil it is. It will destroy you, Renato. It will destroy everything you love.
He had tried to convince himself that this time he would control the Iblis stone. But he could feel his will becoming brittle. She was right. He would get rid of it. Right? Now. Or now. He didn't really want to. I know. I'll go to the mountains, Renato thought. I'll find the strength to do it in the peace and quiet there. As the Farfarer landed at the foot of the mountains, Renato was surprised to find Lapino there. What are you doing here?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. I was stowed away on an Imperial courier ship, dressed up as a combat nurse carrying a general's beak transplant.
This is not a great time, said Renato, who was pretty sure he did not, in fact, believe Lapino's story.
That's when you need your friends,
said Lapino. I just need some peace and quiet, said Renato, and grimly set out on the path.
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. I really appreciate that, man. I hope there's something different. Oh, yeah.
Renato told his friend how he had slaughtered the toads and how he had nearly slain Zenobia.
Yeah, yeah, I stream every day, like from Monday through
This Iblistone.
through I guess like early morning Thursday, because since I be up late, I stream, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, and then from Thursday to Sunday, I stream on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you know yeah, so that's pretty much what I do, you know. I stream on both channels, you know.
If he could rid himself of his burden anywhere, it was there.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, like just the fact that you know, you're watching, man, is really appreciated. You know what I'm saying, you know. Yeah, man. Well, you know, I try like to you see, you know what it is with me. I try like, you know, give games that don't really get. I guess like, I mean, I know people play these games. You know what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong about that. You know what I'm saying. But you know, when I play them, I try like to like, you know, make people, you know, appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? Because these are games that, you know, that a lot of people don't really get to like, that really don't play. And they like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, so these are the games that I want people to like give an opportunity and give a chance to, you know what I'm saying? Because these are like these like indie type games. Games, sometimes these games will be better than the big AAA games. You know what I'm saying, you know? You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So basically this is like me supporting, you know, like the small indie developers, you know? Like broadcasting the games, you know what I'm saying, showing the gameplay, you know, because sometimes people come and ask me this, oh, you know, like, what's this game about? You know what I'm saying? I tell them, and then, you know, they get interested in it, and then next you know, they wind up getting it, you know?
Lapino. Again. You're stronger than some dumb rock, Lapino said. Let's just bury it, and no one will ever find it again. Bernardo could feel the spirit energy of all those dead ravens inside him, pecking away. The rabbit was right. Even if the rabbit was a traitor, he was still right. He tore the Iblistone from his gauntlet and threw it into the hole Lapino had dug. The stone was silent. Probably sulking. Now whoop those Imperials, said Lapino. Aren't you coming? Ah, no, I can't come with you. It's my old injury, you know. Recently, it's been acting up terrible. I'd be no use to you at all. So Renato boarded
exactly. You know what I'm saying? No, definitely, Renato, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's like a lot of like places plus games that be coming out. That be like, you know, like great games to have. You know what I'm saying? You know, but see, what the problem is, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but people are just so stuck on like one particular game. You know what I'm saying? You know, if it's like Call of Duty or if it's like Overwatch. Or now everybody's sucked on Fortnite, or you know what I'm saying, or they're playing Pug, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like me, like I play variety of games, you know what I'm saying? If it's from like action games, action RPG games, you know what I'm saying? RPG games, you know what I'm saying? You know, like open world games, sandbox games, you know, I like variety of stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm gonna start to play you know what I'm saying, you know, like music games as well, you know what I mean? You know, short platform games, you know. You know what I'm saying? I try to like,
The battle, alas, was
you know,
not going well.
pull variety at
He
it.
no
You know what I'm
longer had
saying?
the
I
stone,
can't like
and he
I
never
can't
gotten the
see
core.
myself playing.
Lapino wasn't with him, and he
You
was
know,
up
like
against
you know,
Zenobia, out
like
there somewhere,
on one
maneuvering
particular
the Emperor's
game
forces.
for a
The
long
rebels had
time. You know what I'm
been
saying? I
outnumbered from
did
the
that with
start,
Street Fighter
but he
5.
still had that aching
You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, even though it's not a shoot or anything like
But
that.
that
You know
is
what I'm
what it
saying? But the
means to
whole
be a
point of the
hero.
matter is
He would
that,
fight his way to Zenobia.
you know what I'm saying? Is
He
that
was
like
sure
you know,
that he
I
was
played that
capable
game.
of just him, with
Like,
no
you know, like,
diabolic
you know, that
accoutrements.
game is pretty much where I
He
really
would
started to
win,
like
no
first
matter the
broadcast.
odds.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I did like, I officially
was it
started
again.
with Drive Club.
The back door to the portal.
You know what I'm
led to
saying? You
the
know, like a
center of
racing
defeat.
game and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but like after that, like I officially really started to like broadcast my stuff like every day. And I started with Street Fighter 5. And I used to play that game every single day. Day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. Don't get me wrong, yes, there's trophies and stuff like that. I didn't get the platinum. You know what I'm saying? You know, but the whole thing was is that if I was playing my other games, you know what I'm saying, like I'm doing now, I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, you know, I probably could have beaten like a lot more of them, you know, and I won't be so backed up like I am right now. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you said, you know what I'm saying? Then the PlayStation Plus, that, you know what I'm saying, doesn't help. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I'm saying? Because now they also give you great games as well, you know what I'm saying? You know, so you want to also play those, you know what I mean?
Maybe he could defeat her and take her prisoner. Then he could turn the tide against the Emperor. If she wasn't crowned princess, once this was all over, she'd have more time for him, right? Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Again. This time, he'd make an end of him. He'd screwed up last time, but he had a good feeling about this time.
Exactly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean that's like, you know, part of the point of PlayStation Plus, you know what I'm saying? You know, like, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, they give you these free games, you know what I'm saying, you know? You know what I'm saying? And then they give you games.
She shouted.
You know,
She fell down and died. Lapino was behind her.
you know what I'm saying? And then you probably get
Idiot. You threw the stone away, cried Lapino. You said it was evil. It hates sanctimonious prigs like you, laughed Lapino. And we're having a grand old time.
Renato turned and ran. But no matter where he ran, Lapino jumped in front of him until Renato was cornered. That boy could hop. You wouldn't do this to an old friend, would you? Cried Renato. You mean this? Said Lapino as he slid the sword into Renato's guts. Damn it! Again?
Alright, see if I got number 2. So now I gotta just do that part again. This time just pick the other part. See, it's fighting the gem, finds Zenobia, spares Zenobia. See, but this time I'm not gonna throw away the gem, I'm gonna keep the gem. Alright, see, making progress, making progress. No, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so like I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, that's the point of like the PlayStation Plus, you know what I'm saying, you know? You gain this great service, you know what I'm saying, you know, but you also gain these free, you know what I'm saying, these great free games, you know what I'm saying? And these are some of the games that people like probably want to get but never have an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, or pretty much forgot about them, you know?
It was time to choose. The rebellion.
Oh yeah. I'm getting there.
Rebel base.
I'm getting there.
They needed a game changer.
Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion, and he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage. The island. Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis stone? Long hidden in a buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now? Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals? Ravens were already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
How am I running like that? You know what's funny? When they said a spinning trophy, I thought they meant that like they wanted me to, I guess, like to spin an enemy around, you know?
There had to be some way to use the Iblis stone. It was old, wasn't it? People are so much cleverer now. And Renato was pretty sure he was cleverer than most people. Not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
Almost there.
Cannon trap. Who kept these things loaded anyway?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know why I'm moving like this, but I'm right here anyway, so yeah. Yeah. Sometimes the game like it be glitching sometimes. You know, sometimes like if I attack like those crystals that be up in the snow area, it'll be like half my body was sink into the ground, and I gotta be toggling the damn thing left and right for me to get the damn thing up.
It was the stone. Eager. Thirsty. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and he had a sneaking suspicion the gem would try to control him. Why not capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god, torn out by the Transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. "To the core," said the stone anxiously. But even though Renato knew how evil the gem was, he had a clever plan for dealing with it. Why was he listening? As he placed the impossibly black crystal in his gauntlet, Renato had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below a black sun. Was it the time of the lost gods, before the Transcendent?
I can fix that shit. I think we getting stuck and shit. It should be kind of pissing me off a little bit, but you know. It happens, it happens. All right, that is it for me. I am done. I want everybody who came, by to join me on my broadcast, man. Really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Good looking out. You know what I mean? Like, like I do this, you know what I'm saying, for the enjoyment, also for us, you know what I'm saying, as gamers, you know what I mean? So we started off, our day, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no problem, man. We started off our day, with the gaming news like we always do, because we always need that fresh new gaming news, anime news as well. Then we kicked it off with some Mafia 3, you know what I'm saying, got a trophy down. You know what I'm saying, so we're making some progress on that as well. Then, stories, Path of Destiny, got one other trophy from there. And we're just, we're taking down these trophies one at a time, one by one. That's what gamers do, man. So other than that, like I said, I want to thank those for coming by. Pizza, you know what I'm saying? Good looking out, man. Like I said, if you ever see me online, man, just give me a holler. All right, that, man. I hope you all enjoy your night. This is your boy, the one and only Chaosvash, a.k.a. Lil Puncher 01, signing off. Stay cool, stay safe, stay breezy, real breezy. I'll holler at y'all later on tonight. Hopefully some more gaming news, anime news, man. Peace. Yep, and enjoy your day as well, man. Peace out.